Welcome to Finding Your Worth From Within, the podcast where I'm going to be helping you up-level your life, find your true self, and ignite the best version of you. I'm your host, Aman Sana, your go-to self-worth mentor, facilitating hundreds of women to unlock your self-belief, master your emotions, and take back control of negative thoughts. We're going to be covering everything self-worth for South Asian women, how to ditch your self-doubt, kick other people's judgment to the curb, and learn how to finally use your voice clearly and with confidence. With the practical tools and spiritual teachings that I give you in this podcast, don't be surprised when this magic begins to massively elevate your life. So whether you're going for a walk, driving home, or listening with a cup of coffee, let's get stuck in. Hello, and welcome to today's live Bali Diaries. I am back from a week in Bali, and I cannot wait to tell you all about it because most people do Bali for peace and tranquility. I think I did literally the exact opposite. Like, our group was there for adventure, expansion, fun. We did so much outside our comfort zones. So I just wanted to share all about that with you. So I went to Bali, booked on with Sandstorm Group, Sandy Lee Hell, and she'd put together an itinerary in which then she invited me and gave me the opportunity to guest expert one of my sessions. So hi there, Anita. So we went to Bali with an itinerary, and part of that, like I said, part of that one of the days I was hosting as a guest expert one of my sessions, leading into inner child and doing some hot seat coaching along the way as well. So first of all, when I booked on, I know this sounds really stupid, I didn't think about the travel time, like how long it was going to take to get there and how close it was to Australia. Like, fucking hell, it was a 20+ hour journey, 2 flights, stopovers and all sorts, but it was great. It was fine. We got there and the villas were insane. They were so beautiful. The whole inside outside Bali feel was going on and it was great. On our first day, like I said, I got the opportunity to host guest expert my session for inner child healing and took the ladies back to feeling their inner child, feeling what was holding them back, feeling into what was going on for them, because each and every one was there for a reason, was there as part of their own journey, right? Which was really beautiful because in the morning we all had massages and it was just a really relaxed, nice, chilled out day. Then comes day 2. We got the opportunity to go into the temple purification. So if anybody's seen this, if you've seen this, it is the temple, and let me know if you've had this or done this in the comments below. So you get to dress in traditional Balinese dress. Hello there, coach. And you get dressed in typical Balinese dress, and they take you through the temple and through the caves and the waterfalls, and at each one you are able to give an offering, which, can I just say, is beautiful. And what I found really interesting was Bali culture is a mix of Buddhism and Hinduism. Hey Mandy, hope you're good. And the mix of Buddhism and Hinduism was really beautiful because some of it was then stuff that kind of was recognizable to us, and at each temple we gave offerings and would ask if we could go further in and ask if we could kind of gain from these waterfalls and temples. And there was one place where we gave an offering and it was the god of medicine, if I'm correct, and that's the one I actually connected with the most. It was really beautiful because I could just feel the energy coming through me, cleansing me, and straight away, like, different family members were coming into my mind. It was like cleansing them and giving them medicine and giving them universal medicine. And one of the girls next to me said after, she was like, I just kept getting people's faces. And I was like, yes, so did I. Like, we're just sending this beautiful God medicine to everybody that was coming into our minds. And then throughout the waterfalls, like, you could like scream in some of the waterfalls, laugh in some of the waterfalls. Everything was meant for a reason and it was very intentionally set out. So that was really, I felt very blessed being able to do that. And then they gave you one of these which represents balance and harmony, and is given to any visitors as a sign of respect. So that was really lovely. Then we moved on to go to the Bali swings, and this was epic because Bali swing anybody that's seen it, like you've seen it with the dress and the flowiness, and I've done photo shoots before, but this was like, I was in full, it just felt so goddess-like to be in this gorgeous, gorgeous dress that's just flowing behind you. And like the staff as well, they're so good with their cameras and their videos and everything. So that was really nice to be able to experience. Now that night, before that, we had been talking, me and one of the other girls was like talk about hikes and that we really love hikes, and she's doing the 3 peaks and stuff. And I was like, yeah, there is some good hikes around here, you know. And she was like, oh, okay. And she finds one and was like, oh, there's this. And it was a sunrise hike up a volcanic mountain. And you know me, I am the most YOLO person going. I'm like, let's do it, let's book it. She's like, okay, cool, let's go. And then we realized we have to be there for 3:30 in the morning, which means we have to leave our villa at 1 a.m. So amongst this very curated week, like itemized week, we managed to shoehorn a excursion climbing a volcanic mountain, and let me tell you, it was like a 12-hour excursion. We slept for 2 hours, went to bed at 10:30, woke up at 12:30, got ready for this hike, got the driver to pick us up, 2 hours traveling there, hiked up this mountain. And this footage is going to come because it really pushed me to my limits and it showed me what I could do. I was so out of breath climbing this mountain because we were quite literally scrambling up some of it. When I say scrambling up some of it, the lava was stuck to the mountain where it had erupted in 1927. And this is not a dormant volcano. It last erupted in 2000. So we were climbing up this red volcano. Just sounds insane, but was absolutely incredible. Had these walking sticks. I'm so out of breath. We've got sweat dripping down us to make this gorgeous sunrise. Get to the top, and you can see in the distance, like I said, I am gonna put videos of all this up because it's just too insane and beautiful to not share. In the distance, you're like, okay, there's this sunrise. You can see it, like it's darkness, and you can see the rays. And then all of a sudden, boom, the clouds hit. And we are sat for about 40 minutes in nothing but clouds. And our hair's soggy, our clothes are soggy, everything's wet. And I was like, I'm going to be fuming if I don't see this sunrise, right? I'm going to be so fuming if I've climbed this mountain in the dark and I don't see the sunrise. Anyway, luckily, the clouds part, and it was the most beautiful thing. We got the opportunity to then go to some hot springs after that, get a massage and stuff, and came back. When we came back, it was time to get ready for the beach clubs. So this trip was just the most me. We got spiritual temples, we climbed volcanic mountains, we did beach clubs, and then the next day, the adventure day, was all about river rapids and ATVing through the jungle. Oh my goodness. Again, things that I've never done. Had the most insane experiences. When I say quad biking through the jungle, quite literally through the rivers, through the jungle, and along the path, like there's obviously it's touristy. You've got cafes selling ice cream with this beautiful view, and yeah, it was just insane. Like I said, most people go to Bali for peace and tranquility, to feel into the island. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to do that because I decided to shoehorn this 12-hour volcanic mountain in between. We did have time on the last day, but again, on the last day, I actually went for a womb activation with somebody that I knew from out there, and she was a 2-hour drive into the jungle as well. And when I said, she was like, yeah, I live in the jungle. When I say she lived in the jungle, like the mosquitoes had a bloody good time eating me alive. So that was on the Friday. But if you are thinking of booking a girls trip or want to go on a girls trip and you don't know who to go with, do check out Sandy from Sandstorm Group, because she is doing one to Tulum, in Mexico in October, and she creates really nice itineraries, leaves spare time for you guys to be able to do what you want as well. But for me, this trip was hugely about expansion. I've come back feeling expanded, feeling like I've pushed myself to limits I never knew. I did things, and I am all about doing things outside my comfort zone, outside my box, things that I've never done before. And that is exactly what we were able to experience within this trip this week in Bali. I think I'm going to have to go back because I want to be able to experience the tranquility of like the cliff tops in Utawala and the spirituality in Ubud as well. So it looks like I am going to have to go back to Bali. Hey ho. I don't know if I'm looking forward to the journey though. But yeah, Bali Diaries was insane. Each day, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just felt like it blurred into one because we had the option to add in what other things we wanted to, and I made sure I did everything I possibly could. I made sure I did everything I possibly could, and it was beautiful. It was everything that I needed because if you've seen on my stories this morning, I mentioned that since February I've been kind of fanning around a little bit like reclusive. I just had a very visible period between last August and this Feb. But I'm back. I am back and ready to go. I've got that fire within me going again. I'm ready to carry out the plan for the rest of the year. Anyway, just wanted to share an update with you. Like I said, go check out Sandy if you feel like a girl's holiday, because she will be able to put something together for you. If not, the Tulum trip she's doing, I don't know if it's this October or whether she's doing it next year, but drop her a message and yeah, book on. Speak soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Finding Your Worth from Within. If today's message resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could follow, rate, and leave a review. Sharing the podcast with someone that you feel may benefit is the best way to help it grow and spread this important message. To stay connected between episodes, come hang out with me on Instagram @Mentoring. Can't wait to see you there.